What up, y'all? You know what time it is. It's time for the Truth Bomb. And today's Truth Bomb is you need to stop chasing happiness. The reason I say that is because the more you try to chase happiness, the less happy you're going to be. Well, why do I say that? Because happiness is a result. Happiness is an outcome. And you cannot control outcomes, at least not directly. You can control them indirectly, for sure, but you can't control the outcome directly. See, you can do all the right things. You can check all the boxes. You can dot all the I's and cross all the T's and still have an outcome that wasn't what you expected. And if that outcome is less than what you expected, now all of a sudden you did the thing, but the outcome wasn't what you expected, and now you're not happy. Well, you did the thing. Why aren't you happy? Because you didn't get what you wanted, right? And you put value in, I'll be happy when I get this outcome. No, you can't do that. You're selling yourself short if you do that, right? I mean, think about it. So one of my virtual mentors, I don't know that he knows who I am, but I definitely know who he is. This is a guy named Ben Bergeron, and he gave this analogy on his podcast. He said, think about, like, when you think about your work, and you're like reminiscing with coworkers or family members about like the things that made you happy about work. It's rarely like, you're rarely thinking about or talking about, oh man, remember back in the day when like we got out early all the time, and if we went in late, it was no big deal, and man, life was so easy. Like, you don't really ever reminisce about days like that. But what you do reminisce about is those days, weeks, and months where you had a huge project due, a huge project in front of you to get completed, and it took all hands on deck, and it was 12-hour days for 6 weeks straight and 3 all-nighters at the end to pull it off. Man, I can't believe we pulled that off. That was so cool. You're so excited that you pulled it off, but you spent the majority of the time reminiscing about the process. You were excited about the process because the process is what gave you a sense of satisfaction, a sense of fulfillment. You were happy because the outcome came out of hard work and dedication and pushing into something that was very, very difficult. See, you should not be pursuing happiness. What you should be pursuing is difficult things. What you should be pursuing is things that are going to push you outside of your comfort zone and push you to be a better man or woman. That's what you should be pursuing, because in the pursuing, in the doing of those difficult things is progress. And in that progress, built into that progress, is the pursuit of somebody who can complete that task. You are in pursuit of the best possible version of yourself. You're in pursuit of excellence. That's my definition of excellence. The consistent, persistent pursuit of your best possible self. That's where fulfillment lies. And fulfillment, satisfaction, is the soil in which happiness grows. Because here's the thing. If you think about it, you go in, you put in all that work, you bust your butt to get the project, to meet the deadline, whatever it is, and your submission gets rejected, or you don't get the contract, or whatever it was you were building falls apart. Whatever that looks like. The end result wasn't what you expected. Now, is there disappointment? Is there letdown in that? You put in a lot of hard work. Man, that's frustrating. It didn't come out the way I wanted it to. But you're still going to remember how hard you worked on that. You're still going to remember the kind of person you had to become to get that project done. And it's going to carry over into the next one. you're gonna look back at that and go, well, I mean, I put all that work in on that project, and some people out there that are negative minded are gonna go, and it didn't work out for me then, so why should I work hard now? But those of us who realize that my happiness is not tied to things and my happiness is not tied to outcomes is gonna look at that and say, I did all that work before, I could do it again, and this time I'll do it better, and this time I know I'll get the contract. This time I know the thing that I built will work. This time I know that the project's gonna come out better. If you're somebody focused on becoming a better human being, and you're in pursuit of being the best possible version of yourself, your happiness is not tied to the outcome. Your happiness is tied to the work. Your happiness is tied getting the time to spend with the people around you who work on that project with you. And it goes into family too. Yes, you might remember those moments where, your kid rode a bike without training wheels for the first time. But why is that moment sweet to you? Because you watch them work and work and work and work and keep pedaling and fall and get back up and fall and get back up. And then they get it and you're like, oh, yes. Oh, I'm so proud of you. You finally got it. Your joy is not in the accomplishment. Your joy is in the fact that they kept getting up. The truth bomb, folks, is that you need to stop pursuing happiness and start pursuing hard things that build you into the best possible version of you. In that, you'll find fulfillment, and out of that soil will grow happiness. That's the truth bomb, folks. Go blow up life. Boom.